It's me, everybody. Welcome to the Greg Cherry live stream here on the NoDQ.com YouTube channel. I am back after a lengthy, less than 48-hour absence because obviously I was on the NoDQ review this week. Busted out my Macho Man impression for that show. And we're going to have a good time today. I feel like it's going to be a good discussion. I would have done a stream tomorrow instead of today. Like I said, just look forward to it on the weekend as opposed to looking for it one particular day, just because it really depends on what my schedule is. And my wife and I are celebrating an anniversary tomorrow, so that one's going to be a little more important. So what's up, everybody? I just want to tell you right now, I finally got in after a little bit of a delay. I'll show this on camera just in case I don't get entrances today. The Greg Cherry brand t-shirt from Teespring, from my Teespring store. And let me tell you what, I put this on for the first time today. It is one of the comfiest shirts I think I've ever worn in my life. And that's saying a lot. In like 30-some years of being alive, it's like, I put this on, it's like, wow, this is like so soft, it's so comfortable, and it looks good too. Like the design looks good, everything looks good. I think I like them better than Pro Wrestling Tees. Like, I know Pro Wrestling Tees has the reputation or whatever, but Teespring, I think their quality's better, man. I really do. So if you haven't had the opportunity yet, or if you want to win a shirt today, then, you know, send in a super chat or go over to the Teespring store, teespring.com/store/GregCherryBrand right here in the description. And order a shirt today, because really, I mean, I'm very impressed. Like, I have this one that I wore during the review on Thursday. This one right here, the Cherry 2 Belt shirt. Check it out. And this one's actually small, and somehow I fit in it. So, and I wore that for the entire review. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out after the stream, and it'll be a good time. What's going on with everybody out in No DQ land, in the No DQ galaxy? I see Darren's in the house. I see Mick, Alistair, Matt, Mike. How you guys all doing? It's good times. Good times right here. I don't seem to be having any stream issues yet. So let's hope that keeps up. Let's hope that stays up. There's Ken. What up, Cherry and others? Ken, terminated by Google in the house. Always appreciate you, Ken. Thanks for joining me. Your shirt, I believe, should be on its way. I think it just shipped. There's a little bit of delay in the whole process due to the COVID stuff, but trust me, once you get the shirts, you'll be very happy with them. I'm still waiting about 3 more, I think, from the Teespring store. Can't wait for them. Alistair, just chilling, waiting to go back to work. Yeah. It feels weird to me that people are still working on weekends during this COVID thing. Unless you work for like a grocery store or something like that, or like a gas station or someplace that's typically open 7 days a week. Any like 9 to 5 Monday through Friday job, I can't imagine them making people work on the weekends. Working on weekends, I don't enjoy that. Never have, unless I'm getting paid overtime. Just waiting on your Five Guys delivery. There you go. Man, I haven't had Five Guys in forever. Oh, man. Now I want a burger. Thanks a lot, Mick. You made me hungry. I want a burger. Man, Five Guys sounds delightful. Whew. Their fries, too. Man. And Five Guys has those, like, Coke. What are they called? The Coke. I was going to say Coke Infinity. I don't think that's right. It's the giant Coke machines. The Cokes that you can do different kinds of Coke, Sprite, Mellow Yellow, all that. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Ken, hey champ, are you a Nia Jax mark? I find her to be a mediocre worker. I do like Corbin. I hope he's not an enhancement talent. I'm not a Nia Jax mark. Like, obviously, Sasha is my favorite. I'm not a Nia Jax mark. I just don't think she deserves the hatred and the knock on her talent that everybody gives her. I mean, think about how over she was just a couple years ago at WrestleMania when she won the title. People were really into the Nia Jax character. And now everybody's like, oh, she's an unsafe worker, this and that and the other thing. The Cleaver, Colin Andrew, with a $10 super chat. Hey, brother, I'm at work. Just wanted to say, hey, hoping for a win this week and not 3 bankrupts in a row. Man, I'm telling you what, if you get a 3rd bankrupt in a row, and I'm just going to pull up the sound effect just in case. I really hope you don't get, because I'll tell you what, I've barely hit that as far as doing it all during the streams, and somehow you hit it 2 weeks in a row. Especially after G had like 3 spins, he had more options, and there's only 1 spot off the wheel for bankrupt. I'm really hoping this is your week, Colin. So here we go. I'm hoping that I have the sound pulled up in the event of. Adrian with a €20 super chat. Thank you, Adrian. I'll get your spins right after I get Colin's. Colin, best of luck to you, brother. Here we go. Entrance. All right. You don't get bankrupt this week, Colin. There you go. You get yourself an entrance. So let me know what entrance. And I'll get to that. Now, Adrian, you got 2. So you know the rules for this. If you hit bankrupt on your 2nd spin, your 1st spin goes away. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you. It's happened before. I've actually hit somebody had 3 spins and hit bankrupt on their 2nd spin, so they lost what they got the 1st one, but then got something else for the 3rd. So hopefully that doesn't happen to you. I have bankrupt on there just as like just because I'm a Wheel of Fortune person. That's why I have it on there, really. But hopefully you don't hit it. Hopefully you get 2 good things. So here you go, Adrian, your 1st spin. Entrance for you as well. All right, there's your 1st one, Adrian. And let me know. Here we go. Boys and the Bankrupts. And Macho Time. Yeah, all right. Let me know what you want me to talk about in the Macho Man Randy Savage's voice, and I'll do that for you. Also, I will do whatever entrance you pick. I saw. Hold on. I have to back up a little bit. Matt Riddle for the entrance. Okay, I can do that. Aaron thinks the bankrupt rule is unfair. I mean, if you want me to do, like, you don't get anything on the bankrupt spin instead of losing your previous spins, that's fine. That's just not how Wheel of Fortune works. But it hasn't happened. It's only happened once in the history of my stream that that's ever been a problem thing. Brodus Clay. All right. So Brodus Clay and Matt Riddle's the 1st one. So let me pull up Riddle's stuff. I had someone. All right. Let me get set up with Riddle's entrance, and we'll go from there. And then Brodus Clay after that, and then you let me know what you want me to talk about as far as the Macho Man goes. So, here we go. All right. Whoops. What happened? Not peek done. All right. And now, throw this clay. There you go. All right. There we go. Off. All right. Now back to the stream. All right. So Adrian, I didn't see in your chats if you mentioned what you want me to talk about in Savage's voice. But let me get to some of the rest of these chats. Let's see. Cool Brothers Radio Podcast. Wonderful trivia challenge match yesterday, GC. Thank you. Appreciate it. This is a little messed up as far as tilting. There we go. Yeah, it was a good trivia match against Statboy. If you haven't checked it out, after you're done watching this, go over to the Greg Cherry Brand YouTube channel. Link is right here. And go check that out. The first 3 episodes of the new revival of the series, I guess, is on the Greg Cherry Brand YouTube channel. The latest episode just got posted yesterday. And we watch them live every other Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you're able to do the live chat, you can. Otherwise, it's available on demand. Let's see. Let's see. The This Guy Experience. I wish I could contribute to the Super Chats, but I just got Vince McMahon from work today. Oh, man, that sucks. I understand how you feel, though. I got let go from my job about a month ago, so. Yeah, it's a little bit of rough times, especially with all the COVID stuff. And I mean, it sucks, but we'll all land on our feet. We always do. We're resilient. CC Drink in the house. How are you doing, CC Drink? Ken says, I have a feeling that if I super chat $10, I'm going to get bad luck and get my first bankrupt. You don't know that. It's a 1 in 24 chance that you get a bankrupt. It's like less than 5% chance. You want me to talk about Trump? Oh, boy. All right. I don't typically talk politics, but let me do that. Okay, fine. Ooh, yeah, we're here to talk about a little bit about the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Yeah, and let me tell you what, if he messes with the Macho Man, I'm going to rip that earpiece off his head. Yes, I am, yeah. And I'll tell you what, he wants to talk about the Macho Man, say I'm not essential. The Macho Man, this is always essential, yeah. And I want to tell you a little something about the 2020 election. If the Macho Man were still here, yeah. It would be the Macho Man for president. Everybody would vote for the Macho Man that's to run this country. Yeah. And one more thing, yeah. Donald Trump, I ever see you talking with Elizabeth, I'm gonna drop the elbow on you. Ooh, yeah. So there you go. There you go with the Savage impression. Always gotta drink water after that because too much of that ruins your voice. Yeah, have fun at work, Colin. But appreciate you joining, and you got an entrance out of this week. Your bankrupt streak is over, so there you go. Perfect. Thank you, Alistair. I appreciate that. Great impression. This guy experience. And Ken says right on, Cherry. Adrian says round of applause. Yes. I love doing the Savage impression. And sometimes it's hard to come up with stuff off the cuff, but it's fun. It's fun to do. Ken says, Colin Andrew is the MVP of the Super Chat circa early 2009. Wow. Like MVP, his losing streak before he won the U.S. title. Yeah. I remember that losing streak. It was kind of terrible. MVP lost to Kazarny during that thing. Yeah, it was just... And then Kazarny was never heard from again. What's that? How I Met Your Mother reference. But yeah, MVP's losing streak. I'm glad he's back now. I hope that what looks like to be the return of the Beatdown Clan, I mean, minus Kenny King, but you have MVP and Lashley working together. I think it'll be a good thing. I think it'll definitely be a good thing for Lashley because MVP is a great talker. I mean, he's great was in the ring too, but like behind Lashley, talking for him, it's like that'll be a good team right there. So this guy experiences the chameleon, Greg Cherry. Yes. Kazarny was a total fail. Kazarny had all those promos building him up. He beat MVP. He was eliminated from a battle royal and then never seen again. People make fun of Mordecai, who, by the way, is a real estate agent now and has his own show. But Kazarny was just a terrible character. I've never been against characters debuting because it's always intriguing to see where they go. Kazarny was one of the few, if not one of the only, that I looked at this and was like, this is garbage. This is going to be terrible. And for the brief time that it went, for the brief Braden Walker period of time that it went, it was bad. It was really bad. Darren G says, Apollo Crews can be the Kenny King. That would be cool. I'd like to see Lashley and Apollo Crews being a stable together. That'd be badass. Give Apollo a little bit of an edge. So he's not just the smiling guy who's athletic. Yeah, let Apollo turn heel. Let him turn heel. I think he'll do a good job. It'll bring some depth to his character. Something that is truly needed for the last 4 years. Mike Gonzalez, thoughts on what Jim Cornette said about Becky Lynch? I found his comments to be disrespectful. Are you talking about saying that there should be a clause in their contract for the people getting pregnant? Anybody who still listens to Cornette on a regular basis about modern day professional wrestling, you're honestly better off listening to Russo, because Cornette still has his mentality in the 70s and 80s era of pro wrestling. And he's always had that of what professional wrestling used to be. Professional wrestling is not what it used to be in the 70s and 80s. It just isn't. And Cornette refuses to see that. he likes things the way he likes things, which is fine. Like, I'm not going to knock him for liking wrestling a certain way, but he needs to understand that not all wrestling is going to be that way. And somebody can tell him, and then he'll block me on Twitter. Whatever. I never met the guy. It's not like I'm going to debate him anytime soon. I'm just saying. He's allowed to like the things he likes, but he's wrong on this one. What did you think of how they got the belt off of Becky? I didn't like it. Well, there wasn't a whole lot they could do. I mean, you can't force a pregnant woman to wrestle. And granted, you know, Maria was 24/7 champion for a week before she lost the title, but she didn't actually like compete. So there was that. But you're not going to make your top female star wrestle while she's pregnant just because ratings are down. That is a terrible decision all around and would be incredibly negligent. So how they got the title off of Becky was Seth knocked her up. That's how they got the title off of her. And she was either going to relinquish it or she was going to gift it to Asuka. The way it happened is fine. I'm okay with it. Do I think she should have lost to Shayna at WrestleMania? Yes. But she didn't, and so we got this scenario. Is what it is. Right thing. Do you think that Corey Graves is the SmackDown hacker? That would be interesting. I would like, if it leads to a Corey Graves in-ring return, that would be fine. You guys know I'm a Corey Graves guy. I mean, we're both Pittsburghers. He trained me. Like, you guys know the deal. So I would be fine with that if he got another opportunity to get back in the ring. I really don't know. I feel like they're going to stick with like Ali or Gable or somebody. Or maybe it's somebody completely off the rails that we don't expect. Let's see. Mike Nixon with the $20 super chat. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that. Mike Nixon, who actually won 2 shirts on, it was either last week's stream, no, it was 2 weeks ago he won 2 shirts. But he did the super chats and he earned that. So let's see if you have similar luck, Mike. Let's see what you get for your first spin. Karaoke. So I'll be singing a karaoke song. Here goes your second spin. And an entrance. Karaoke and an entrance. All right. So I'm going to pick a karaoke song. And then you let me know what entrance you want me to do. And I will do that immediately following the karaoke. Let me see. Let me see if I can pick. Do I have on here karaoke songs? What song do I want to sing today? Stone Sour. That's a good one. Bother. All right, so I'm going to sing this song. Let me know, Mike, what entrance you want me to do, and I'll do it immediately following my karaoke. But here we go. So if it plays and doesn't cause too many issues. I don't really hear it. Let me take down the quality for this a little bit. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Stop. I was afraid of that. trying to pick my karaoke song. Alright, I'm going to do it off my phone because it doesn't like when I try and stream two things at once, so that explains that. Whoops. I somehow hit the bankrupt sound. Somehow. But nobody hit bankrupt yet, so ignore that. Wish I was too dead to cry. My self-affliction fades. Stones to throw at my creator. Masochist to which I cater. You don't need to bother. I don't need to be. I'll keep slipping farther. But once I hold on, I won't let go till it bleeds. It's a little higher than I like, but still relatively in my range. Wish I was too dead to care, if indeed I cared at all. Never had a voice to protest, so you fed me shit to digest. I wish I had a reason, my flaws are open season. For this I gave up trying, one good turn deserves my dying. You don't need to bother, I don't need to be. I'll keep slipping farther, but once I hold on, I won't let go till it bleeds. I like this song. I like Stone Sour a lot. I need to listen to more of their music. Are they still making new music? Somebody will have to let me know. I feel like I discovered them real late. Wish I died instead of lived. A zombie hides my face. Shell forgotten with its memories. Diaries left with cryptic entries. And you don't need to bother, I don't need to be. I'll keep slipping farther, but once I hold on, I won't let go till it bleeds. You don't need to bother, I don't need to be. I'll keep slipping farther, but once I hold on, I'll never live down my deceit. Good song. I love that song. I feel like I sing it better in the shower than I do for here, but it is what it is. So let's see. Too cool entrance. Okay, cool. Ha! See what I did. Alright, so Too Cool. It's basically just like them dancing. Too cool scene. All right, here we go. Too cool entrance. All right, there you go. Too cool. Both Grandmaster Sexay and Scotty Tuati. There we go. Excuse me. Go back. Let me see this. Shawnee Whale and Mac, did I just catch the end of you singing? Bother. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Such a good song. Big Easy, I just randomly got here. Yeah, it's the craziness that goes along with this live stream. Huh. I'll clear this out. I don't like that it's on there. But, there you go. Big Easy. Great Cherry busting out some moves, though. PA Sensation must have been a dancer name. So I actually used to do, like, dance stuff. Not, like, officially. Not, like, dance stuff. Just... There's the dog. Dog going crazy. But, yeah, I did some dancing stuff in high school and got pretty popular. And my dog is going insane. Wrestling nutter, Greg, are you white boy wasted? No, I don't drink at all. I'm just crazy. Big G, Big Baller G in the house. What up, champ? How you doing, Big G? Big Baller G. Yes, he's going through a gimmick change. Big Baller G, the man with all the dollar bills, yo. That was terrible. I will never do that again. But he has merch up on the Greg Cherry brand store. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. He's got a couple different shirts up there, honestly. Both of them cool. I like them both. Report Card Radio says, I'm back. What's up? How you doing? Dr. NXT Scorpio, no idea what I just witnessed, but that was hilarious. Well, thank you. I do my best to entertain it. See, you get all the wrestling discussion throughout the week with No DQ&A coming back and the review and the prediction show. You get all the wrestling discussion. You get a little bit of that here too. But I like to do more of the entertainment stuff. I am the sports entertainment. Like I'm the entertainment side of sports entertainment for No DQ. So there you go. Pronounced Wheelan. Oh, okay. That's my apologies. I'm terrible with pronunciation sometimes. What breed is your dog? He is mostly hound. So he's a very protective dog, but he's super sweet. He's such a great dog. Don Wooding, do you accept my challenge, Mr. Cherry? go talk to Jeff if you want in the queue. If you want in the queue for Wrestling Trivia Challenge, go talk to Jeff. We're pretty solidly booked for the foreseeable future, but just let him know you want in and you'll be in. Big G with the $10 super chat. Big Baller G. All right, let's see if we can get you something else here, brother. Cole Brothers Radio Podcast. Who are your top 5 WWE YouTube channels that you would recommend to the young Cherians? To the young ones, I wouldn't recommend Dead End Old because they are not child appropriate, but I love their channel. Chris and Nat, both from Scotland. If you haven't seen them, they are entertaining. Chris had a very memorable reaction to Edge returning at the Royal Rumble this year. So go check that out. Again, not kid appropriate, but I like them. As far as other YouTube channels, trying to think what other ones I follow besides this one. Let's see, subscriptions. I follow Up, Down, Down, obviously. Let's see what else here. I don't follow a whole lot of wrestling YouTube channels, to be honest with you. Like I follow Luigi, who does like reaction videos. I follow her. I follow Parts Fun Known, which has Quizzlemania on it, and hashtag Cherry for Quizzlemania, because it's going to happen one of these days. You can follow Cindy, too. Cindy, I follow her on YouTube. Simply Cindy G. But I honestly don't have a whole lot of wrestling stuff on here. Jessie the Buckeye, I have her. I also have the Mark World Order, obviously, because I am the Mark World Order King of the Marks champion, have been since December. So there's that. I follow a couple other WWE champions guys. I follow Mario streamers. I follow a whole bunch. Holy shit! Mike Nixon with the 5 spins. Nice. And yes, follow Big G on YouTube also. Wow. The Big Easy $10 super chat. We got 7 spins coming up. Greatest stream on No DQ, let me tell you. So Big G, let me get yours first, because I was going through some YouTube channels. But Big G, yours is first, so I'll get you yours. Dance break. So I will be doing a dance, not the Too Cool dance now, because I just did that. But Mike, here is spin 1 of 5. Entrance. So entrance is the first one. Beach Bash. Okay, this is the first time we've had this on the stream. So I want to explain what that is. My wife and I are starting through the Beachbody program. So you actually win a sample Shakeology shake from Beachbody. So I will, I believe I have your address because I sent you a shirt, so I can send you that off as well. Just let me know what flavor you want. I can message you later on Instagram or something, and we'll get that over. As long as you don't hit a bankrupt. Let's hope you don't hit a bankrupt with these. Here we go, spin number 3. Entrance. All right, so you have an entrance. What was your first spin? I already forgot. Oh, you have 2 entrances. You have 2 entrances in the Beachbody thing. So, spin number 4. Avoid that bankrupt. Another dance break. I'm going to be busy today. I'm getting my workout in today, that's for sure. Spin number 5, Mike. Good luck. Avoid that bankrupt. Get out of there. Oh, you get 2 Beach Bash things. All right, you get 2 things from Beachbody. You get 2 entrances. You get a dance break from me. Who else is here? Big Easy. I want to get you yours. I do want to read your super chat, though. You said, yo, you definitely did your thing on that dance. Question, do you think WWE should do a visible win-loss record to justify title shots, #1 contenders, similar to how sports do? I would say so. I think that they need to do something to justify contenders rather than just the same lazy booking. I would really like to see the return of like #1 contender battle royals. or like just matches to earn #1 contenderships rather than just starting feuds off and it's like, well, this guy just keeps losing. Why does he get a title shot? Just because he attacked the person? It's a lame way to go about it. So I think they should do something where the people have to earn their shots. It feels more like that in AEW than it does with WWE. I think that would be something to switch up. So here you go. Big Easy with your spin. Out of that bankrupt. Entrance. All right, Big Easy. Let me know an entrance you want me to do. Okay, I have 2 dance breaks I gotta do, 3 entrances. So let's see here. Big G, what did you want for? Or no, Big G had a dance break. Big G had a dance break. Mike had 2 entrances. So Mike, let me know what entrances you want me to do. Big Easy, let me know what entrance you want me to do. I'm going to have 2 dance breaks. First one will be for G. Let me see here. Mike Nixon says The Shield and Daniel Bryan. Brood Gangrel for Big Easy. Okay, so I'll do the dance breaks first, and then I'll get right into the entrances. Let's get this up here. Dance break playlist. All right. Oops. Dance break number 1. All right. So now, next dance break. Earning it today, that's for sure. I haven't busted out a Carmella dance break in a while. Whew. All right. First of 3 entrances. And the third entrance. Alexa, make Man Cave red. Not that. Alexa, make Man Cave gray. So there you go. I probably missed a bunch of chats here. So, whew. I am getting in a great cardio workout. You did have a dance break, Mike. I took care of it with the Carmelo one. I had a dance break also with Big G. I just did 2 different dances back to back. So I did cover everyone. I did 3 entrances, 2 dance breaks, and you get the 2 shakes. That's 70. Yeah, that equals itself. Thank you guys for all the super chats. It's been I've been getting my workout in. I appreciate it. Is there an echo? It's weird. I don't know why that would be, but it is what it is. Big G says, Greg is dancing for sure at my wedding next year. Oh boy, I'm sure I am. So, Shawnee says, you're underpaid, Greg. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Go support my YouTube channel, my Teespring store. Maybe I'll get paid as much as you guys like. Jermaine says, the Carlton from Fresh Prince. Yes, I love doing the Carlton. One of these days I'm going to, I don't know why there's an echo. Hold on. Why is there an echo? Hold on. My audio might go off for a second here. Testing. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. I think it's better now. It's weird because I have to listen to like the playback. It's like 10 seconds behind. So, regardless, I think I'm fine now. Let's see. I know I'm behind on the chats, guys. I might have to skip a few of them, to be honest. I'll go back and get some of them. Jermaine Presley, it would make sense since Becky's gone. Okay. Shawnee, Greg, have you watched the Dark Side of the Ring episodes? I started watching the Road Warriors one. I haven't got all the way through it. I am intrigued to see the Owen Hart one. I'm probably going to catch up on the Dark Side of the Ring episodes this week since the Owen Hart one is the last one of the season. I did watch the Benoit one. That one was heart-wrenching. But I plan on catching up. From what I heard, the other episodes have not been as informative as the Benoit one was. But there was a lot to cover in that one also. But some of the other ones weren't as good. I am interested to see the Road Warriors one, though. Report card radio. Did he just barrel roll in his living room? I'm actually not in my living room. I'm in my man cave, which has a bed beside it, fortunately, for whenever we have guests. So yeah, that was that. And yes, I spit water out. It'll dry. Get ready to buy a box of tissues for the Owen episode. Yeah, I haven't seen the Herb Abrams episode either. I know, like, there was some ties to the UWF. Like, Aaron's dad had ties with the UWF, so I don't know if some of his stuff got used in that episode. I haven't heard. He hasn't mentioned it lately. But I do want to check that one out also. But yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to check out. I finally got around to watching the first part of the Undertaker documentary, which I believe part 2 comes out tomorrow. Correct me if I'm wrong, so I might be watching that along with filming some episodes of Wrestling Trivia Challenge. Here's hoping. Here's hoping I get one of my shirts on air first. There you go. Let's see. I would like to see if Russo is going to be honest in the Owen episode. Do you think Russo is going to be on that one? Was there a preview? Like I said, I've only seen the Benoit stuff and like the opening of the Road Warriors. I haven't seen a whole lot of them. The Big Easy said, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. I was surprised he outright said he wanted JBL knocked out. This week, WWE gave you old school wrestling, one match, and NXT, and one match on SmackDown. Thatcher and Riddle and Bryan and Drew Gulak. 2 awesome matches. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, good for all 4 of them getting time to shine in the ring. And it really helps. I really think Matt Riddle losing the tag team championships is going to actually help him. It doesn't typically help out somebody when you lose championships, but I think in this case, they're really building him up again as something special. So good for them. If Riddle and Thatcher have a solid rivalry, I'm here for it. The White Sensation. I don't think Russo is on the Owen episode. He said he doesn't want to talk about wrestling in the last episode. Well, regardless, it's been an eventful first hour of the Greg Cherry live stream. Thank you guys all for the super chats. If you so choose, keep them coming. You know I'll do whatever you guys want me to do as long as this says so. And all those spins had no bankrupts. I think that's what makes me happy. Nobody hit bankrupt today. Even Colin Andrew, who was worried about it after hitting it twice in the last 2 streams. He didn't get it this week. It's all good. But yeah. So I do want to have a little bit of a teaser for future episodes of Wrestling Trivia Challenge. What is this? I have no idea what this is. So for Wrestling Trivia Challenge, you guys know how typically the host does the explanation of the rules. And that's been the case really since the inception of the show. There hasn't been too many times where, actually I'm trying to think if there's ever been a time where it's gone into a rules explanation without the host having to explain the rules. But for this upcoming episode, And for future episodes, we have somebody providing a voiceover for the rules explanation for Wrestling Trivia Challenge. And I'm not going to give away who that person is, because mainly this person doesn't have ties necessarily to professional wrestling, but this person has been on network television before, has been featured in a movie, and has also been a game host. That is all I'm going to say about that. Check out in 2 weeks the next episode of Wrestling Trivia Challenge, and you will see.
Sorry, I don't know that.
I didn't talk to you. Check out in 2 weeks the next episode of Wrestling Trivia Challenge to see who exactly that person doing the voiceover is, because this is something I haven't told anybody else about, other than obviously the person doing the voiceover. But I think you guys will be happy. It'll be a much more pleasant sounding voice than I think you've ever heard on the show. Let me just say that. Anyway. Let's see. Adrian says, I don't get why Russo gets hate for Owen's death at the end of the day. Vince had final call. Yeah, why would people blame Russo for Owen's death? That makes no sense whatsoever. Unless it was his decision to go up there, but it's ultimately up to the guys who are supposed to be working on that protective equipment to make sure it works. Greg, who did Scotty 2 Hottie defeat to win the Light Heavyweight Championship? I believe he beat Dean Malenko on an episode of Raw. Because then they had that match at Backlash where Malenko DDT'd him off the top rope. White Sensation, have you tried to set up another triple threat match for WTC? No. Right now it's just strictly one-on-one matches. Not saying that triple threats won't possibly happen in the future. I just know the current host, Jeff, is not a fan of triple threats and never has been. Mainly because he lost his title in a triple threat. This guy. But I don't know. We'll see. If it goes on for a while where I'm just wiping the floor with people, I'm thinking another tournament is going to happen because we want to get somebody who knows their stuff. We want to get me some good challengers. Maybe not challengers that'll necessarily beat me, or they could have the potential to beat me. I'm not going to sit here and say at my currently 798th day as champion that there isn't anybody who could beat me, because I've watched Quizlemania. I think a guy like a Sean Ross Sapp, or even Alex, Queen of the Ring on Twitter, that she could possibly, either one of them could possibly be somebody to take me down. Or one of the Wrestle Talk guys, maybe. We don't know. Send them my way. We got some good challengers lined up. But as to whether a triple threat will happen, I think it's just going to be strictly one-on-one for now. Because triple threat, we have only done the one triple threat in WTC history. The one that I won for the title. And as great of a match as that was, and it was a great match between me, Jeff, and Chris, I don't know if we have two other competitors strong enough to make it a good triple threat, if you know what I mean. Report Card Radio says, I totally see where Owen's widows are coming from. Owen's widow is coming from now. Owen wanted out of his 5-year contract when Brett left. He would have been alive if they let him go like Davey. Well, unfortunately, Davey Boy going to WCW eventually caused his drug addiction. Thanks to Warrior's stupid spot in the War Games match. Because he got slammed on top of that trap door and it hurt him really bad. So I don't know if WCW would have been the best thing. Would he have still been alive? Probably, but I don't know. I think he would have been just as mismanaged as Brett was, as Davey was, as Neidhart was. The Hart Foundation really would not have thrived in WCW like they should have. And yes, Brett was a WCW champion. But even after that, they didn't use him really well. Ken says, Alex is a pretty good talker for Wrestling with Regret. Yeah, she definitely is. I'm very impressed with her knowledge. She did very well on her episodes of Quizlemania. If you guys don't know what Quizlemania is, go check it out. It airs live every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I've enjoyed it personally, and I want to get on there someday. Hashtag Cherry for Quizlemania. But we'll see. Martha is still playing the victim all these years later. I mean, to some extent, I can understand. Like, if anything happened to my wife that tragically, it would take time to get over it. And sometimes you might never get over it. Do I think she should move on? I mean, holding on to anger for 21 years seems like a long time. Eventually, you're going to have to let it go. Because holding on to anger is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. And Vince might outlive Martha. Who knows? Feels like, as rough shape as he looks in lately, he's going to be working until he's like 97. And like die in his office or something. I think Martha just needs to like... Somebody from WWE needs to reach out to Martha, probably Triple H, and try and ease that tension. Because it's not Triple H's fault. It is really the person... It's really who was in charge of rigging that stunt to begin with. And I don't even know like who was in charge of that, if they got fired or what happened to it, but whoever was in charge of that stunt needs to be held accountable. Dr. NXT Scorpio, WCW didn't do nothing with Brett, so I think they wouldn't know what to do with Owen. Exactly. Report Card Radio. Who did Too Cool defeat for the tag titles, and who Rikishi and Scotty defeat for the tag titles? Too Cool, Grandmaster Sexay, and Scotty 2 Hotty beat Edge and Christian on an episode of Raw. Rikishi and Scotty beat the Basham Brothers, I believe, at No Way Out in 2004. Because they were champions going into WrestleMania 20. Do you think Jacqueline had a good shake in WWE? I think so. She was women's champion. She was cruiserweight champion. I think Jackie got her... Jackie had a good run in WWE. And even all these years later, if you remember Raw 25, you listen to when Jacqueline's music hit, she got a huge pop. Jackie was a huge figure in wrestling. Absolutely. One of the toughest women who's ever stepped in between the ropes. Absolutely. And she's in the Hall of Fame for a good reason. Telling Martha to get over it is some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I'm not saying she needs to get over it, like, just forget about it, but it's an upsetting situation. Somebody's death being caused by something, would you hold on to that for a long time? Absolutely. I'm not blaming her for holding on to it. But she could not live her life being mad at somebody for her entire life. It's not the way to live. It's not a good look for her or for her family that Owen's left behind. It's eventually you have to start remembering good things about Owen rather than just being associated with. Here's the thing. WWE, I'm sure many times, has wanted to honor Owen Hart. Because the fans loved Owen. The company loved Owen. It's not like they murdered him. It was an accident. Was it a terrible accident? Obviously, because Owen died. but it wasn't malicious. I would personally be here. Here's Martha's thing, and this is what I've heard over the years. Martha does not want WWE to profit off of Owen Hart. Fine, take all the ticket sales from the Hall of Fame and for WrestleMania that year, and put them and give all the money to the Owen Hart Foundation. So WWE doesn't profit a dime off of it. Problem solved. They don't profit off of Owen at all. Who did Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett face for the tag team titles at WrestleMania? And which WrestleMania was it? It was Mania 15. I believe it was like Test and D'Lo Brown or something. It was a makeshift tag team. Let's see. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, do you think the Bellas deserve it, or at least need to be in the Hall of Fame this early in their life? I think the Bellas going into the Hall of Fame is a good thing. Which a lot of people crap on the Bellas, but let's face it, they had longevity. They were involved in some of the biggest storylines for the women that they've had prior to the whole women's revolution thing. Brie Bella's best match was against Stephanie McMahon at SummerSlam. Go figure. And the whole like Total Divas thing, putting more focus on the women, they should take some credit for that. They really should. And people may not like it, but it's the way it is. It was malicious that they put him up there rather than let him work in the ring like he was meant to. Impossible to stop them from profiting. Here's the thing. At WrestleMania that year, they had Edge, Christian, and Gangrel all come down from the rafters. All three of them. So it's not like the technology wasn't there in 99 to do it safely. It was just mishandled. It should have been checked. And whoever didn't check it is responsible. Whoever accidentally released it way too early should be responsible. It's an uncomfortable topic. We'll see how the Dark Side of the Ring episode goes. I'm interested to hear the details from it. Victoria should go in the Hall of Fame too. I mean, she was a big part of she was one of the best wrestlers the women had, especially in an era with Trish, Lita, Victoria, Mickie James. There weren't a whole lot of decent wrestlers at the time. So Victoria deserves that honor, I think. Bellas are glorified porn stars. Oof. That's a rough take. Okay, let's see if you get this. Who did Owen Hart and Jarrett beat to win the tag titles? Trying to think who the tag team champions were in '99 because the tag team titles changed hands so much during that time frame. I know Shamrock and Boss Man were tag team champions, but I felt like they lost it prior to that. Yeah, I feel like Boss Man and Shamrock were tag team champions in '99 at some point, but I don't think they were. I can't think of anybody else, so I'm going to go with Boss Man and Shamrock. Oh, it was right. Nice. I knew they were tag team champions around there, but like Owen and Jarrett were heels also, so it seemed a little weird. Where do you think they were going with that Blazer and Jarrett angle? Probably they were thinking about maybe splitting up Owen and Jarrett and making Owen into a babyface because he was acting ridiculous, returning to his old gimmick. I don't know, maybe an Owen and Jarrett feud. That probably would have been good. Jermaine says, I believe Triple H will be the one to convince Owen's wife to let Owen into the Hall of Fame. It's going to have to be Triple H. It's not going to be Vince. I mean, Triple H was the one to convince Bruno Sammartino to go in the Hall of Fame. And Triple H loved Owen. Hunter, Paul Levesque, whatever, loved Owen Hart. Everybody loves Owen Hart. He was a fantastic in-ring worker. He was apparently funny as all get out. I mean, Owen was just like an amazing person from all the stories I've ever heard of him. So I would like to see it. Mike Nixon with another $20 super chat. Mike wanting those spins. All right, here we go. Here we go with another spin. I've lost count of these so far. Definitely a good streak though. Definitely. Here we go. Spin number one. Promo class. So this is the first time I've hit this on the new wheel. This is where you give me a topic, and I cut either a babyface or a heel promo, depending on what you want me to cut. So let me know the topic and how you want me to cut it. Do you want me to bury the person? Do you want me to put over a person or a thing? Let me know. Here comes spin number two. And another entrance. All right, so let me know what promo you want me to cut, and then let me know an entrance, and I'll do that briefly after. Mike Gonzalez, why do you think wrestling video games have declined in quality since the mid-2000s? For me, the last really good game was 2K14. I'm not sure. I feel like they had the symptoms that Madden has had. That it's basically the same game with a roster update. They just feel like they have to put something out before the holidays, and it's not. I remember back in the days with WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy that we were super excited to get new games because it felt like a new experience, even though like the THQ games on the N64 felt similar. They were different experiences altogether, and they were enjoyable and still have replay value to this day. I don't know, ever since they went up to like the Xbox One and stuff, they've been slacking on the features. We haven't had custom music in years. Custom music was on the Xbox 360. How do you not have the technology to do it on the One? Unless you're waiting for like the next series of consoles to bring the custom music in. You have to have custom music for custom characters. Otherwise, it's not the same. Mike wants me to cut a heel promo on Ken Terminator by Google. I can do that. And also, Mike, let me know what entrance you want. Here, I feel like I have to get the belt to cut the promo. Hold on. Ken terminated by Google. You've been calling me out. You call me the champ, but I don't think you respect me. But you should respect the greatest wrestling trivia mind of all time. And I'll tell you what, the fact that you put on this facade that you respect me, I know your true feelings. You wish you were the Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion. But I'll tell you what, I hold this championship, and I've held it for almost 800 days. And that is 800 more days than you will ever hold this championship, because I'm holding this sumbitch till I die. And if you got a problem with that, then your life is the pits. Deal with that. I love promos. All right, so. And do the NWO Wolfpack entrance. I feel like I need to go back red for this one, too. Alexa, make Man Cave red. All right, here we go with the Wolfpack entrance. Alexa, make Man Cave gray. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Report card radio. Greg, you could have done better on that promo. I know. It's off the cuff. I've cut better promos. I'm aware. Jermaine Presley, I think it's funny people have said that their ratings are down, but not the SmackDown ratings have been up, and it's up again. Next week could be really cool with the matches they announce. Yeah, I think the Intercontinental Championship tournament is bringing in some intrigue. It feels like Raw isn't must-see anymore. I feel like SmackDown and NXT are more must-see, and Raw you can just kind of be like, watch the pay-per-views and you kind of know what's going on. Raw should not be 3 hours. It is too damn long. We've been saying it for years. Cut Raw back to 2 hours, and the ratings will probably go up. I brought this up on the review, that they really, really should just not oversaturize the market. But they do, all the time. I don't know. But this guy experience. Thanks, Greg, for cheering me up on this horrible day. I appreciate that I could entertain you. I understand losing a job's hard. Like I said, I lost my job last month. So I completely understand. It's a frustrating experience. It sucks. But don't let it get you down. You'll be able to pick yourself right back up. And you'll find something better. There's a reason everything happens. Things will get better, bro. Report card radio says, yeah, you're usually so intricate. Yeah, I know. Where'd my water go? My water has disappeared. Did I put it down here for freaking... Where'd it go? My water is gone! Hey, good thing I'm not doing the warrior entrance, otherwise I wouldn't be able to have any... What happened? Anyway. How many Slammies did Owen Hart win, and what were they? Big Easy with a $10 super chat wants another spin and entrance. I'll get back to that. One of them was Best Buy, and the other one he stole. I don't remember. Did Triple H steal Gangrel's gimmick of spitting out stuff? Well, he spits out water. Gangrel spit out blood, so different thing. Oh no!